Army whistleblower Chelsea Manning is back in jail. She refused to answer questions from a federal grand jury in Virginia investigating Wikileaks. The judge says she will stay in jail until she answers those questions or the grand jury ends. Manning leaked a trove of military intelligence records to Wikileaks in 2010. Today, outside court, she explained her decision not to answer questions today.
I've already given an enormous amount of testimony in this case, and I see no reason why we should go over the same thing again.
Joining me, NBC News intelligence and national security reporter Ken Delaney. And Ken, I've got two questions for you. One of them is first, what's going on? And the second one is an extension of what's going on. What's going on with this Wikileaks trial or investigation? What's happening here?
Yeah, so these are related. Clearly, there is a sealed case, an investigation going on, a grand jury investigation of Wikileaks and Julian Assange, and the government wants Chelsea Manning's testimony. And it's a really baffling decision by Manning and her lawyers. I mean, you don't really have a legal leg to stand on in resisting a lawful grand jury subpoena, and they will throw you in jail, as they have done with her, until you comply. And so you're essentially at the mercy of the court in this instance, unless you change your mind. Not sure what's going on there, but more importantly for the country and the significance of all this, the federal government appears to be making a case against Wikileaks and Julian Assange.
So Chelsea Manning is not sitting for this grand jury. What have we seen any clues from this court district about what they are looking into? I know there's a sealed indictment that we haven't seen, but there was also a mistakenly not unsealed indictment, but a redaction that was mistakenly left out of some court documents that we were able to see a few weeks ago, a couple months ago.
Back in the fall, this was actually the first confirmation. There had been rumors about this case and some reporting on it, but this was actually sort of a de facto confirmation that the case existed, because one of the prosecutors made essentially a cut and paste error in a different case that he was working on. He used Assange's name in some language about why this other particular case should be sealed. And the language was, due to the sophistication of the defendant and the publicity surrounding the case, no other procedure is likely to keep confidential the fact that Assange has been charged. And so that was read as, there's two possibilities here. Either this was a draft and the charges haven't actually been filed but are contemplated, or Assange has been charged under seal in the Eastern District of Virginia as part of this grand jury investigation.
Well, let me keep reading on that, because you're talking about an August court filing. That's the first mention. The second mention is the complaint supporting affidavit and arrest warrant, as well as this motion in the proposed order, would need to remain sealed until Assange is arrested in connection with the charges in the criminal complaint, and can therefore no longer evade or avoid arrest and extradition in this matter. This is presupposing, it seems, that Assange will get arrested at some point.
Yes, unless this was simply a draft. If this was actually filed in the court, that's where we're going with this. And it presents a lot of interesting issues because, the Obama administration had resisted, we believe, going down this path of trying to charge Wikileaks and Assange because they considered them too close to a journalistic organization with a First Amendment right to publish even classified secrets of the U.S. government. And after all, when they published the material that Chelsea Manning leaked, it was a huge story, and the New York Times and NBC News and others, published the documents in full, and we learned a lot about how the government did business. But, over the years since then, it's been pretty clear that Wikileaks does not really resemble a journalistic organization and is more like a hostile, non-state intelligence agency, in the words of the U.S. government. And so there seems to be more of an appetite in the Trump administration to charge them with crimes.
Interesting. And we will see if at some point this does relate to the special counsel's investigation. We do not know. NBC's Ken Delaney, and thank you so much.